Okay, y'all. So as we have already um, got wind of Kirk Burrows and Diddy's relationship from The Reckoning, I was doing a little bit more research, and it's a couple people who have touched on it. In the documentary, Kirk Burrows said that he was sexually assaulted multiple times from Diddy, and it was my own um, assessment that how Diddy was able to finesse Kirk Burrows out of his 25% share is because they were in this type of relationship. I think that Diddy was messing with Kirk as a way to get that 25% share. Or really, it started off as a way to like get him to pretty much do all of the background work while Diddy was the face of Bad Boy, and Kirk was doing all of the things in the background, setting up the meetings. He was paying the people. He was doing finances. He was, getting pretty much everything together on the backside, while Diddy was just like the face of the brand. But anyway, um, I'm gonna show you a little snippet of White. Reggie White or Wright, whichever one. Anyway, he talks about Kirk Burrows and Diddy's relationship, and then I'm gonna try to find the Gene Deal interview where he also speaks on the Kirk Burrows relationship. And my question is, was it a relationship or was he sexually assaulted? It could be both. We don't know. But do y'all think that Diddy was using sex and utilizing this like fake relationship with Kirk Burrows in order to finesse him into working with him or for him, and in order to give him that 25%? Because we know that Kirk never got it back. We know that Diddy was promising to give him the 25% back after he got, whatever money that he needed from that 25%. And he was promising that he would give it back to Kirk after that was done. Kirk took the matter to court, and they said that they could not prove that he was a substantial part of Bad Boy. How, I do not know, because he did all of the work starting from the beginning. So, anyway, let's take a look at the interview. All right. Right here.
Interview, and you've been talking about the former president of Bad Boy Records, which is Kurt Burrows. Did you have any kind of interaction or business with him?
Kurt Burrows. Woo. Okay. Kurt Burrows. Kurt Burrows was like he come across on Gene's channel if y'all watch it. Quiet, a low-key guy. You know me, I'm about to throw my jab, y'all. So that boy, people get ready. How I say all those fools over there, other than Biggie, and I'm not talking about security, because I'm not throwing no jabs at Gene anymore. I don't know if I told y'all that. But officially, y'all not going to hear me say that bad about Gene, because now I understand that an opinion between factuals. But Kurt Burrows was one of those guys that was kind of sweet or mal-mannered. It's hard to call somebody sweet if you're not in the room with them, so I can't say that. But he's a mal-mannered type guy. He's the guy that's rumored out there to have got fired or left. Oh, y'all about to get mad. Here comes Reggie with his dissing. For having his head underneath Puffy's desk while Puffy was sitting at the desk. Oh, this nigga lying. He always lying. Okay. That's one incident that I heard about Kirk Burrows. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's the guy that had something to do with Puffy going off behind the Nas video on the cross and all of that with Puffy and Nas. I think he was the one that kind of greenlighted most of that. Was in the middle with that with our boy
Steve Stout.
From Trackmasters, the one who used to manage Trackmasters, Steve Stouts.
Okay, yeah.
But what I mainly know Kirk Burrows from is after the shooting happened with Big Jake, and Jake was laying in the hospital, Puffy sent him up there to the hospital to talk to Suge. And he came up there professing that they had nothing to do with that, don't blame them for it and all that. And Suge kicked him dead straight in his ass and told him to get out of the hospital and
Wow.
leave.
Wow.
And so,
Let me see if I can find the Kirk Burrows lawsuit. Kirk Burrows lawsuit against Diddy. Okay, I mean, here we just have an overview. Sexual and physical abuse in a March 2025. Okay, so this is very recent. He claims that Combs subjected him to repeated sexual harassment, physical aggression, and forced compliance with degrading law acts spanning more than a decade. My God. Allegations include unwanted sexual advances, forced nudity, voyeurism, a 1995 incident where Combs allegedly demanded Burrows watch him masturbate. Okay. And another where Combs allegedly pinned him down and simulated intercourse. Whew. Okay. Burrows alleges that in 1996, Combs, accompanied by an attorney, menaced him with a baseball bat and forced him to sign over 25% ownership stake in Bad Boy Entertainment and a 15% share of annual. This is ridiculous. This allegedly occurred under extreme duress. Okay, so he could fight this and left Burrows financially ruined. Yes, and he was homeless. He did mention that. And in the documentary, he doesn't talk about that they menaced him with a baseball bat. Wow. He filed a separate lawsuit against Janice Combs. She's always in the midst, alleging she secretly and unlawfully assumed control of his ownership stake and conspire with her son. Okay, well, we know that he said it in the documentary that Bad Boy 75% was in Janice Combs' name and 25% was in Kirk Burrows' name. And he didn't put it in his name because of the City College basketball incident where people were suing him because people died, right? So that was his business move. Wow. Burrows' new lawsuits were filed using the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Act 2-year look-back window, which allowed older claims to be brought to court. The claims of financial fraud against Janice Combs are ongoing. Wow. Let me see if I can find this. Kirk, he know where all the bodies are buried, y'all. Kirk Burrows. Presidents I'm from. Let me see. Forming the place of the comes continue to promise him. And that plaintiff allegedly had already been threatened by defendant Combs with a bat in 1996, and the plaintiff's salary was terminated in 1998. As a matter of law, plaintiff's reliance on defendant Combs' alleged promises under these circumstances is hardly justifiable. Wow. Let me see if I can find Kirk Burrows lawsuit, March 2025. That's 2026. That's where he lost. I'm gonna see if I can find it and come back. And I mean, he was smart. He filed it, like they said, just before the Gender Motivated Violent Act window closed on March 1st. So, I mean, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, let me get back with y'all and see if I can actually find it, because right here I'm just finding from the 2006. That's when she sued him because Diddy kept telling him he was going to get his shares back, and he never did. And as we see in the documentary, Kirk Burrows, like, he was involved in everything. You just heard Reggie Wright talking about how Diddy had him go to Suge. He had him do so many things. I mean, he was, I feel like, the foundation of the business, while Diddy was the image of the business. And I really don't know how it would have run without Kirk Burrows. And I don't know why the court did not see that. I don't know. I mean, this man ended up being homeless and everything else. So anyway, let me do some research and I will do another video. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. All right.